welcome back to the Legend of Heroes Trails to Azure, where we want to continue our quests for the, well, second day of the trade conference. Anyway, we had a quest from Mariabell, I believe. Thank you for coming, SSS. I take it you must be here for Miss Croix's request. Yes, that's just what we are going to ask you about, actually. Is it true that Bell's antique dolls have been stolen? Those were people once from the Rosenberg studio, were they not? You're correct on both accounts. Miss Croix has been horribly distraught ever since. I know this is on short notice, but would it be possible for you to see to her request right away? Let's catch a thief! Of course, we'd be glad to help. We could never refuse in good conscience knowing how much Mariabell has done for us. I see. Well, on behalf of Mrs. Croix, you have my gratitude. Now, first things first, I'm going to have to issue you this card. And what's this? It's an authorization card for the IBC. We had one just like it before. Using it grants us clearance to specific floors of a building for the elevator. In other words, it's part of their security system. This isn't the largest bank on the continent for nothing. That card will allow you to enter the same floors as the one you were given in the spring. Miss Croix is waiting in the CEO's office on the 16th floor, so if you'd please make your way up there. We will. Thanks, Lanfei. Why ever we can still go to the computer room. Bell, it's me.
Ah, come in.
Thank you very much. It's good to see you again, Bell. Hello, Ellie, Special Support Section. I heard you returned to town last night, Theo. How have you been? Fine, thank you. Glad to hear it. Understand that you have a busy day ahead. What with a trade conference this afternoon? Best of luck to you. Thanks, we'll do what we can. I take it you're not planning to be at August Tower yourself, then? That's right. As my father's stand-in, I can't very well abandon this pile of work he left behind at the bank. He'll be on his own when it comes to handling his conference duties. And on that note, I think I owe you all an apology. Perhaps it was ill-conceived of me to call you in on such short notice, especially on top of your other obligations. Don't worry about it, Mariabell. You've helped the SSS out so much. This is the least we could do to pay you back. So, someone swiped a few of those antique dollies you've got, right? Mind giving us the lowdown? Of course. As you might know, I've been an avid collector of Rosenberg dolls for years. I've been keeping 5 of them here in my personal room at the IBC. However, someone took the opportunity to steal them last night while I was away on business. 5 dolls, every one of them a Rosenberg. They must be worth a fortune. The larger ones would fetch at least a few million mirror at auction. This goes far deeper than monetary loss. I'm a mother whose precious little darlings have been kidnapped, and I want that despicable crook torn limb from limb in the middle of a harbor district for it. Easy now, Mariabell. By personal room, you mean the one right next door, correct? That would mean the thief slipped past the IBC's world-class security. How's that even possible? Yes, I thought it rather peculiar myself at first, but once I found what was left of the crime scene, whatever confusion I had was immediately dispelled. How so? I think it would be faster to simply show you. Take a look at this. Wait, is this a calling card from Phantom Thief B? Indeed. The elusive filcher who's stolen countless works of art from all over the continent. Rumor has it he employs mysterious magics to perform his heists, and he always leaves his calling card at the scene of a crime. Infiltrating the IBC building is a feat only he could pull off. And from what I hear, you all had a case involving him earlier this year, isn't that right? You did? Indeed. Last time he stole a statue from the former City Hall building. In the end we failed to apprehend him. Now he's back for round 2. Sounds like you 4 got into all kinds of crazy hijinks before we joined, huh? So, what does the card say? Allow me. Dear ladies and gentlemen of the special support section, the little ladies whom the young madam adores are in my compassionate custody. Should you seek your freedom, throw open each of her cages, 5 in all, with the keys of truth. The first cage lies within the city. Search the throne of Constabulary's famed scrutineer. So, do you understand now why I had no choice but to call all of you here? Yeah, it's a direct challenge from Phantom Thief B to the SSS, which means we're the only ones who can handle this. You really store 5 precious adults for something this petty? This guy's a nutjob among nutjobs. Whatever his reasons are, he didn't have to involve Mariabell. We ain't gonna let this one go. I wholeheartedly agree. Those Rosenberg dolls mean the world to you, Belle. Thanks, Ellie. I leave this in your capable hands. Okay, before we start the investigation, I want to go over the calling card again. First, the little ladies part. Obviously, that's referring to the dolls themselves. As for our 5 cages, that must mean there are 5 separate locations, each hiding a single doll. So what you're saying is we'll have to search for them one at a time? I'm already dreading how much of a pain this will be. Well, we can limit the first cage to within the city. Apparently it's at the throne of the Constabulary's famed scrutineer. That clue is the key to our first doll. Anyone have any idea of where it's pointing? Scrutineer, why do I feel like we heard about something along those lines not too long ago? Well, no sense overthinking it. Let's just go check whatever spots come to mind. I'm expecting great things yet again, special support section. Find my beloved little ones and bring them back home to me, won't you? Of course. I won't let you down, Mariabell. I keep the clue from the card in the detective notebook for good measure. We can use it as a foundation to build our investigation off of. Okay. I have absolutely no idea. Not really. Stabulatory's famed scrutineer. I have an idea. Is it in the SSS building? Yeah. Didn't we hear that Chief Sergey's old nickname was Sergey the Scrutinous? Would that make his desk and chair the throne of a famed scrutineer? It's worth a shot. Let's look around. There's something under his desk. Let me try taking it out. What the? Is that a trunk? It reminds me of the one Kia was in when we found her at the Schwarze Auktion. I bet him choosing this place as the first location was just an extra taunt for good measure. Yeah, he even used the chief's old nickname. This guy's clearly got our number. Anyway, let's check it out. A card is affixed to the backside of the trunk. The second cage lies outside the city. Search for Harvester's heritage found off a ramshackle road. There's no mistaking it. This is a genuine Rosenberg doll. Yes, I've seen it once before. Its name is Kanan, I believe. Belle loved this one dearly. She names her dolls? Even Mariabell is a sweet sight, doesn't she? I'm a little surprised anyone would bother putting something they'd stolen in a trunk like this, though. Phantom Thief B is supposed to have some kind of deep apprehension for beauty, right? Maybe it's his way of showing respect? As for the second card of his, it sounds like we're going to have to venture out of the city limits this time. Sheesh, we're going to be running around the whole damn state at this rate. Our hints are Harvester's heritage and off a ramshackle road. The wording calls to mind somewhere rustic and old-fashioned, the polar opposite of a modern place like Crossbar City. That sounds about right. What do you say we take this first dolly with us and get to searching for the second? Yeah, let's go. Rosenberg doll K. Okay, I also have an idea for this one. There it is. Now we just need access. Oh, it's open. The gate is open. As I recall, this property is owned by Mariabell Village and isn't normally open to the public. Perhaps they left it unlocked? Surely not on purpose, right? Either way, check it out. They've got monsters wandering in there again. Watch your step while you're looking around. Aye, aye, Captain. Good old Vaterkuss. Vaterkuss, strange hand-standing monster, sprays a strong, smelly gas that confuses the senses. Celestial Balm, and great, right after I finally got new stock from Mr. Hayworth too. So we came just in time, yeah? Aussie. Yeah, that's why I wanted to get rid of all of them before they come too close. Septium Vein. Did you hear about the time Phantom Thief B broke into Archon's Ciel? I'm told he stole the spotlight. The second trunk was here of all places. Search for Harvester's Heritage, found off a ramshackle road. As I recall, this property has been used by Mariabell Village as a storehouse for generation after generation. So it must have been Phantom Thief B who opened the gate without permission. He can't go anywhere without stirring up trouble, can he? Anyway, let's take a look. A card is affixed to the backside of a trunk. The third cage lies outside the city. Find where one stands with her back bathed in the goddess's shining visage. Bell calls this doll Lita. I could never mistake it. And we got another one of those kooky riddle cards too. A goddess shining visage. That may be our best hint here. The bathed in part is telling as well. It would have to mean the visage is exceptionally large. Let's have a look around then. There has to be some place that fits the bill. I first want to go to America quickly to see if we can report the open door. Just in case. You never know what kind of annoying little things can happen here. No, you can't. Okay. Mines Mountain Road. The Cathedral. Welcome. Is there something you require of me? If it's a sermon you're after, I could make time for you. Sorry, that's not why we're here today. Phantom Thief B's card mentioned the goddess's shining visage. Maybe it was referring to the stained glass window here? Which would make the one who stands with her back bathed. I don't understand what's going on right now. But if you have business with me, I must ask that you state it clearly. Right, sorry about that. Archbishop Arelda, could you do us a favor and check under the pulpit? Why would I do that? No, don't fret. We aren't up to anything suspicious. The SSX explained their mission, after which Archbishop Arelda searched under the pulpit. There it is. But a card is affixed to the backside of a trunk. The fourth cage lies outside the city. Find the road of iron that snakes under the skirt of a western rampart. Find the road of iron that snakes under the skirt of a western rampart. This must be Mistel. Belle loved this one. I bet she does. At any rate, this brings up to 3 dolls. Just when did that get there? I do leave our business on occasion, but never long enough for someone to do this. The goddess works in mysterious ways. Back to the card. This clue is as perplexing as the rest. We could interpret the ramparts to be some sort of defensive structure. If we include the western part in that, we get the defensive structure in the west. That's one interpretation at least. There's also the road of iron that snakes under the skirt. Yeah, I don't have any idea what that means. Another figure of speech, I imagine? That's a safe assumption. Alright, let's take this trunk with us and begin our search for the next one. Phantom Thief B. I've heard of his exploits before. He sounds like quite the scoundrel. As a faithful servant of the goddess, I cannot forgive such insolence. Do whatever it takes to bring this man to justice. We'll try our best. Seems Mr. Kreuz is here. Good. If with these additional hints, let's go to Belgard Gate. The Iron Road could be the railway. If we can get them. Oh, and the door's open here for once. Normally this gate is locked. Belgard Gate has a freight line running right below it. I just got back from Crossbell Station after a routine freight inspection. Did you guys want to go down there? That should be fine. Just be careful of any trains coming through. Careful. Ah, there it is. How did this even get here? The clue on the card said the road of iron with snakes under the skirt of the western rampart. So the iron road was the freight line and the western rampart referring to the Belgard Gate? At any rate, this isn't really an ideal place to pop the trunk open. Why don't we take it to the platform on the other side? Good idea. Let's be careful moving it over. A card is affixed to the backside of the trunk. The final cage lies within the city. In the soaring structure, descend from the summit of 16 by 21 and scour the vista of windows to another world. This is one of Bell's stalls. Sharon, I'm sure of it. That would make 4 out of 5, right? Meaning all that remains is the final cage mentioned in the card. A soaring structure in the city. It has to be talking about someplace tall, right? Wouldn't that be Orcus Tower? I believe Orcus Tower stands at 40 stories above ground. But if a summit in question here is at 16, then perhaps it's taking about somewhere else. There's also the matter of descending from 16 by 21. That doesn't sound possible. That's probably the key to solving the riddle then. We have that vista of windows to another world bit to consider too. Yet again, it's some sort of metaphor. Let's look around the city and see if anything matches up with this clue. Okay, so... Guy is gone? Good. Back to the city. Back to the IBC. And from 16 down, 21 is B5. It's basement 5. And the windows to another world would be the computers. Hey, look who it is. Nice to see you, SSS. Been a while, do you remember us? Both of you are members of the IBC's technology department. Clay and David, I believe. Good to see you again, too. You guys seem very busy. Well, you know how it is. The orbital net's really taking off, so our system administration work has piled up big time. If we don't follow Lady Maria's instruction to the letter, we'll be in for a real thrashing. I see reporting to Bell remains as difficult as ever. Good luck, you two. Thanks, we're gonna need it. Oh yeah, Lady Mariabell has you guys on the hunt for her stolen dolls, right? Fingers crossed they turn up soon. That is the final trunk. In the soaring structure, descend from the summit of 16 by 21 and scour the vista of windows to another world. Descending from the 16th story of the IBC building to the 5th basement level makes a difference of 21 floors total. The vista of windows to another world must refer to these terminal monitors tracking data from the orbital network. Going by that logic, this was the only spot that made any sense. Let's take a look inside. This doll's name is Alice. It's Belle's favorite out of her entire collection. There isn't a card on the back like the others. This must be the end of our scavenger hunt. That's the end of that then. Finally, I'm exhausted. Huh? The heck was that? What's going on over here? It sounded like we just got some new orb mail in. Hold up. Is that one of Lady Mariabell's dolls? Yeah, it was sitting right here. How did you guys not see it? My concern lies more in the timing of that orbital mail. May I take a look? Something about this gives me the shivers, so be our guest. Click, clack, click, clack. What's wrong to you? The one who sent this message was Phantom Thief B. What? The guy himself? You're kidding! But how and from where? Would you mind opening it, Theo? Roger. Sender Phantom Thief B, subject undefined. To the lovely ladies and gentlemen of the special support section, First, allow me to express my gratitude for the entertainment you've provided thus far. Next, my sincerest apologies to the owner of these stalls, Miss Mariabell, as well as their creator, Meister Jörg, for my dastardly impropriety. Nevertheless, rest assured that I took the utmost care not to damage these beautiful works of art while they were in my possession. With that, I will soon be excusing myself from these lands. Thank you once again, and farewell, Special Support Section. I, Phantom Thief Blublanc, Enforcer number 10 of the Society of Robbers, await your continued growth with bated breath. May the goddess visit good fortune upon you. P.S. This orb mail will be automatically deleted and is thus impossible to save or trace. I suggest you not bother trying. Wait, what? Is he serious? You'd think someone like him would choose a more theatrical way to let the cat out of the bag. Who'd have thought that everyone's favorite Phantom Thief was actually an enforcer for Ouroboros? Come to think of it, he did hint at being acquainted with Ren. Oh wait, Theo, is there any way we can print the messages out? Yeah, there has to be some sort of clue we can glean from it. I'm making an attempt, but it isn't going especially well. The mail source code has been slowly deleting itself since the moment it was opened. Fortunately, no other terminals have been affected. Recovering the message, however, will not be possible. Well, shoot, Burglar Boy really covered his bases here. That reminds me, I also know diddly squat about the hacker who trapped us in the geofront yesterday. Good point. Between the hacking incident and this orb mail, they're obviously cut above when it comes to the tech. I'm not sure I fully understand what's happening right now. Wait a sec, Clay. We have to verify that this breach didn't impact any of our data. Oh yeah, he could have left a virus on our system. Sorry guys, we need to get back to work. Well, at the end of the day, we did manage to recover all of the missing Rosenberg dolls. Let's return them to Mariabell. Yes, let's. I think I get the gist of it. Still, what a shock it is to learn that the legendary Phantom Thief B is a member of Ouroboros. If that's true, it's no wonder he's eluded the authorities for as long as he has. And he was planning to punch him so severely that he'd wish he'd never been born. I'd be scared shitless in his shoes. I'm sorry, Mariabell, we wanted to capture him just as much as you did. But on the bright side, we did manage to bring your dolls back. Lloyd casually handing over 5 trunks at once. Welcome home, Alice, Canan, Lead, Mistel, and Sharon. Well, I have no complaints or further comments at this time. All that matters is that my precious Rosenberg dolls have returned to me, safe and sound. Phantom Thief B intended to keep those little ladies in one piece from the start, if it's any consolation. After all, he went through the trouble of securing them in those trunks and tucking them out of harm's way. That is a lot of work, come to think of it. Though, they would have been better off had he not stolen them in the first place. That's definitely true. Clearly, we have to further improve the IBC's safety protocols to ensure this never happens again. Our security department will be working harder than ever before once I'm through with them. You, however, were a tremendous help, SSS. They could learn a few things from you. Don't mention it, Belle. That's what friends are for. Wait, last time this happened? No, it couldn't be. Is something wrong, Lloyd? And just what are those lecherous eyes of yours doing pointing at me? Let me explain. When we solved our first Phantom Thief B case, it turned out that he had disguised himself as a client. Holy smokes, I forgot all about that. What are you implying, Lloyd? Let me be as clear as I can. Are you the real Mariabell? Ah! Oh, come now, Lloyd. Just where do you find the gall to accuse me so crassly? And after all the genuine gratitude I've shown you? I'm sorry. There's no mistaking it. This is the real Mariabell. Oh, Lloyd. Not quite the brilliant deduction he was aiming for, was it? Afterwards, Lloyd and the others went to the first floor and returned their authorization card to the reception desk. So I can't go in there? Okay. Today's incident is a clear sign that our building security is in need of further improvements. Nevertheless, thank you for recovering Miss Croix's stolen dolls, SSS. I hope you allow us to return the favor if you ever need our services. Right, I still have stuff for Theo's room. That should suffice. Anything else? I don't think so, but no. Good. Then that shall be it for this episode, and next time we do the other quest remaining, the railroad inspection. Good. Until then, I am Ace, and don't get lost.